Good evening. I don't know, it's like 4 o'clock. So I'm heading to the Hill Country rest area where I'll stay tonight. It's about, I don't know, an hour south of Dallas. This is the beginning of my Thanksgiving Day vacation, which will be a whole week. So I left a little bit earlier today because things got shifted around with Harriet. So I'm going to come back a day early next weekend, which is fine. And in the meantime, I'm going to just enjoy this time traveling. So the first stop will be Dallas, where I'll volunteer at Habitat for Humanity tomorrow, and then heading up through Oklahoma. I think I'm just going to go all the way through Oklahoma. I'm going to come back and see more of Oklahoma later. I've got a different plan for different routes for that. And so then I'm going up to Kansas, Iowa, and then over into Illinois, Missouri, and then through Arkansas, and then back to Texas. So yeah, so it'll be a fun drive. Super excited to see some really cool hidden gems, things I found either through like my degree in Google University or other people's travel channels. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Anyway, weather is good. It's 54 degrees. It's going to be cold on this whole trip. I actually don't have a heater, like a diesel heater or anything. I can sleep in sub-zero weather as long as I have my sleeping bag. When I lived in Japan, we didn't have any central heating, and everything was heated by a kerosene heater, so you had to open all your windows. So I'm used to having like a freezing cold face and just warm, heavy Japanese blankets, and I still have it back there, and I've had that for like 22 years. So somehow it survived all of my traveling and moving across the world and countries and states. So yeah, really happy with my setup. I don't really need any heat, although I think it's going to get down to probably under 20 Fahrenheit, and so we'll see. I know I've slept in 14 degree Fahrenheit before in Colorado and been perfectly fine with my blanket and my sleeping bag. But because I don't have the diesel heater or anything, I don't actually have any condensation either, because it's colder. It's just as cold in my van as it is outside, like in the front cab where the windows are. In the back it's insulated, so it is probably about, I'd say maybe 15 or 20 degrees warmer in the van with the insulation. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I've got another 2 hours to drive. First stop, we get something to eat and then head to the rest area. So this place is called the Czech Stop, and it has kolaches and beer wine. I got a few things for the next couple of days. Very busy, very famous apparently. Lots of people, famous people I don't know who apparently visited, so they all signed autographs. But there's a huge Czech and German population in this part of Texas, so that's kind of funny. Okay, I'm heading out. I got about 10 minutes to my rest area. Okay, welcome to the Hill Country Safety Rest Area. I've been here before. It's fantastic. And I'm just happy I don't have any bugs on my window right now, but 3 days from now, there will be plenty of bugs. So I'm going to figure out where I'm going to park. Unfortunately, it's one way, so you've got to kind of scope out where you want to be right away. So I think last time I was up a bit further, I think I'm going to park on the end here because it's level. Up there at the end, there's 4 kind of separate parking spaces, but it's on an angle and I don't want to be on an angle, so I'm going to park right here at the end, and that way hopefully people will know never to park next to me. I'm just kidding. People are like, they go on public land and they go, oh my god, somebody's within 100 feet of my van. I'm like, it's public land. Every inch of that land you can park on. If I feel safe and level parking 5 feet away from you, I will park there because it's the level ground. But yeah, no, there's some people apparently in Quartzsite, which I didn't know that, like, it's a town of 5,000, or it can accommodate 5,000 people. Apparently there's like 300,000 nomadic van life RV people, campers that go there in like between like Thanksgiving and the end of the winter. And I'm like, oh hell no. Like, I mean, if they have an event like Schoolie Palooza is not too far from there, I'm like, yeah, I'll go to that. But I'm not going to, go live for 3 months, which I couldn't even do anyway because I have to be in Houston and I work. But like, live for 3 months in a place of 300,000 people how is that like being away from people? Anyway, so the truck, sorry, this is my PSA. The truck area, this is really pretty. The sun's going down soon. Look how that sunset is gorgeous. I mean, it's pollution, but you know. But yeah, so they have the truck area on the other side, which I really like about these safety rest areas is they separate the cars from the trucks. And in Texas, you can park here for 24 hours. And there's also a really nice like little those silos, because in Waco, I'm in Waco right now, so Waco is like the silos, you know, like famous for that. So they have a porta potty. I guess the bathrooms might not be working. I have a toilet in here, but they have a museum inside, which is really cool. And you can learn some stuff about Texas history and watch some like bizarre PSAs about how not to like throw a watermelon off a building, because that's equivalent to your brain on drugs. I was like, welcome back to the 90s when I was in high school. And we had all those PSAs. Anyway, the freeway's right there. Good ambient noise. Yeah, these are fantastic. And nobody bothers you. They have security. They have Wi-Fi. Sometimes they have a playground. They have little picnic areas. You can't pitch a tent, but you can sleep in your vehicle. You can use the restroom. You can stay in your camper van. You can stay in your truck. This will be all packed with trucks later tonight. You know, we're not too far from Dallas. So this is kind of up near like the interchange between, you know, where people will go, you know, west on the 20 or east or west on the 20, east or west on the 40, north and south on the 35, northeast on the 30. I like know all these freeways now. Yeah, so this will be busier later, but I'm fine. So I got my little kolaches. I'm supposed to not have gluten, but what do they call it? I don't know. I've never been on a diet, but I guess they call it like a cheat day. So this will be my cheat day because those kolaches looked really good. And I haven't had like any of that in a while, so not because of the gluten thing. That's only been like a month that I've had to do that so far, but yeah, I think it should be fine. Anyway, so yeah, so let me just camp out and sleep, and I'm gonna get up super early and go to Planet Fitness in Dallas and then volunteer at Habitat for Humanity. So I think this episode will probably just be this day and then like volunteering tomorrow and then heading north into Oklahoma. So that's kind of the plan. All right, so that's it. So yeah, chat with you a bit later. Good morning. It is 6 a.m. So I got up at 5, drove about 40 minutes from the rest area to Planet Fitness, which is right there. There it is. It's about 43 degrees. It rained. It's not supposed to have rained, but it rained, but it wasn't icy, so that's good. I mean, everyone was going about 110 miles an hour. I'm just like puttering along in the slow lane. Dallas, which is where I'm at right now, is the worst in the winter. That's the place in Texas where you end up getting like 700 car pileups. I mean, last year, it was pretty terrible. I mean, people just kept slamming into each other, and it's because most of our freeways in the cities, in like Houston, not so much in Austin, but Houston and Dallas especially, they're elevated. And so we are told in Texas not to drive on bridges in the winter, like when it's icy and rainy and stuff. So that said, it was a pretty easy drive. I'm going to go do a 30-minute run, take a shower, and then go to Habitat for Humanity, which is about 30 minutes from here. And then after that, I think I'm just going to try to just barrel through Oklahoma. I was supposed to stay in Oklahoma City tonight at a harvest host, but I did notify them and say, hey, it's only 3 hours away. I'm like, I might stay, which means I have a 5-hour drive tomorrow morning, or I might barrel through to the middle of Kansas. And then that way I only have a 2-hour drive, because tomorrow's a pretty big day of hiking and trying to get to some pretty unique places, which I'll put in a different video. So stay tuned. Okay, I'm gonna go work out. It's pretty busy for 6:30 in the morning. Yeah, quick run and then shower and then get some breakfast. There's a Kroger right there. I need bananas. Okay, cool. All right, super convenient. Love Planet Fitness. They're always located next to all the other places I need to go to. So well done me. Best $24 a month anyone can spend, you know. So anyway, okay, cool. Okay, this is where I'm volunteering, and great turnout. Just kidding. I'm gonna park in this space here in the sun, and it looks like the sun will go over me. So yeah, so I'm just gonna wait about 15 minutes. And yeah, this is a great place. When I built my van, I bought a lot of really good supplies and things from the Restore in Houston, and that's why I got to build my van, because it was cost effective and a lot cheaper than going to Home Depot. And yeah, I was really impressed with the selection. And then I started volunteering in Austin, and now I can volunteer pretty much at any of the 800 or so stores around the country. And because my company has one volunteer day a year, so as part of my vacation week, today is a paid volunteer day. So we just, you know, try to do what we can in the community. So yeah, so looking forward to seeing this one. I do miss the one in Austin because I had a really nice lady that I worked with in the clothes department. We would just fold the clothes, and she's really sweet. And yeah, but I'm not in Austin right now, I'm in Dallas. So yeah, I'll do this, and then after this, I think I finish at like 5:45. And then I'm just gonna head north. I got gas in the van, so I'm now up to 350 miles to the tank, and I've driven about 380 miles since yesterday. So be a long trip. Got an oil change, so I'm all good. It's warm now. It's only 46 degrees, but it feels warm because the sun's out. But the sun means I get solar. So yeah, it's good. It's gonna be a good day. Good day. I'm halfway through my shift, and this is my lunch, Frappuccino. Now I'm freezing cold. Yeah, so it's good. One thing I like about the Restore is that it gives people a second chance. A lot of people that work at the store, like, you know, they had one bad mistake, usually like, I don't know, marijuana charge or something, and so they have parole officers and stuff. They're not like hardened criminals, they're not like murderers or anything. But, you know, they just, you know, for whatever reason, you know, kind of were down in their luck or whatever that was. And so they're able to be employed and kind of assimilate back into society. And a lot of them are just like, yeah, I never want to go down that path again. Okay, so I made this window display because before is a bunch of boxes. We're now going to move those boxes out the way. And then this is the rest of the store, which I think we're going to leave as is. I think what we'll do is probably move some of that furniture over to like the main entrance area where that car is. But yeah, my little Christmas window display looks pretty good. So I think the other display is fine. Sorry for the rock chip on my window there. I'm going to fix that. Yeah, so that's what I've done. And I also kind of sorted some other stuff out and priced some things and printed out some signs. So yeah, pretty chill and mellow, but every little bit counts. So yeah, that's my pride and joy of window displays. So all right, I got a couple more minutes, 5 more minutes of my lunch, sitting here trying to warm up now that I'm freezing after drinking my Frappuccino. And yeah, I think I've got 4 more hours and then I'm done. So yeah, so this is a paid volunteer day for work. So well worth it. I would happily spend, you know, more days volunteering. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to find some place on the weekends to volunteer, because I usually have like 2 Saturdays a month where I'm not like traveling or doing anything, so it gives me a little bit of opportunity. So yeah, okay, cool. All right, back to work. It's weird having a lunch break when I haven't had a job where I clock out in quite a while. I was gonna say, I haven't had a job where I clock out in quite a while, so having to clock in and then have 30 minutes for lunch, which by the way, it took me 18 minutes to like drive to Starbucks and drive back, and so it gives me like 12 minutes to guzzle my Frappuccino. But this part of town has 10,000 taco places, and I'm not hungry for tacos. I actually have tons of food in my van. I could have just sat in my van and ate food, but I'm not like, because I'm running around and lifting stuff and all this, so I'm not very like hungry, so I'll have something later because I have a 6-hour drive tonight, hopefully, if I can get to Kansas. But it's just funny, there's like so many really good taco places in this part of town. You would not find a vegan place up here. It's just all tacos. That said, okay, all right, back to work. So now our stupid human trick, we're trying to get up into there and get this box down. It's kind of funny. So I had to climb up there. So yeah, let's see what we can do. But I'm barreling through. I was going to do a harvest host, but I decided to just push on through and try to get halfway to Kansas, at least from Oklahoma City. So yeah, so I'm going to stop off, got another 2 hours to drive, and should stop off in some other place and stay at a Walmart, which I haven't stayed at since early last year in Oklahoma. So, not Oklahoma, Louisiana, sorry, I'm getting all the states mixed up. Yep, so easy drive, already been driving for 3 hours from Dallas. Easy drive to Oklahoma City. The weather is perfect, 50 degrees, dry, not icy or anything. And now I'm heading on the 40 west toward Texas, but then I'm going to go north. Okay, a short 5-hour drive later, and I am in the Walmart in Woodwood? I think it's Woodwood, Oklahoma. So I'm going to park, and I think I'm going to park, there's a couple overnighters. I'm going to park down by this RV down here. That looks pretty safe. Yeah, so this is a Walmart, and apparently you can park here overnight. So I'm just going to park myself near the RV. And hopefully I can get about 6 hours sleep tonight. So let me go over here. I think this should be fine. Sorry for my crappy filming. And I think I'm gonna park right in front of the RV. That way I look like I'm with them. So I'm literally going to park right here. Well, I don't know if I want to park there. Okay, let me find a good place to park. Okay, so my neighbors are from Colorado, and I've parked right here on the edge with a nice view of a field. Another view of another field. And I think I'm okay here. I'm kind of inconspicuous. And there's a couple big rigs, like 18-wheelers on the other end. So, yeah. So I set up for the night. Nice and cozy. I'm going to go right to bed. It's 11 o'clock. I'm going to get up at 5 and then head into Kansas. This is literally the smallest Love's travel stop that I've ever been to. It's like 3 gas pumps. Okay, welcome to Kansas. I'm just kidding, I'm still in Oklahoma.